Welcome to Aventra. Module 2, Dart Basics. This is Lesson 6 of 11, User Input. We will cover this topic deeply with clear examples so you can use it in real Dart and Flutter projects. Programs become useful when they respond to users. In this lesson, we learn how to read user input in Dart, starting with command line input, which is the simplest way to practice before Flutter forms. To read input from the terminal, import dart::io, then use stdin.readLineSync. This function waits for the user to type something and press enter, then returns what they typed as a string. In our example, the program asks, enter your name, reads the response into a variable called name, and prints a greeting. An important detail is that input always comes as text, even if the user types digits. If you ask for an age and the user types 22, Dart receives it as the string 22, not the number 22. To use it as a number, you must parse it using int.parse or double.try_parse. We will cover parsing in the type conversion lesson. Because readLineSync can return null if input fails, the result type is string ? Meaning nullable string. In real apps, you should check for null before using the value, or provide a default fallback. Good input handling also includes validation, making sure the user entered something meaningful before continuing. Although Flutter apps usually use text field widgets instead of stdin, the same principles apply. Read input, validate it, convert it if needed, then use it. Practicing with console programs builds confidence that transfers directly to mobile app development. Try building a simple quiz or calculator that reads user answers from the terminal. It is one of the best exercises for beginners. Let us recap user input. Key point 1. Use stdin to read console input. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 2. Input always arrives as text, string. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 3. Parse input when you need numbers. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 4. Validate before using values. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Now study the code example carefully. Read each line from top to bottom. Try to predict the output before running the program. Then type the same code in your editor, run it, and modify one value at a time. When you experiment line by line, the concept becomes much clearer than just listening. Practice exercise. Create a small Dart program that uses today's concept at least 3 times. First, use it in a simple example. Second, combine it with an if condition. Third, print the result so you can verify your understanding. This 3-step practice method is simple, but very effective for long-term memory. Common beginner mistake: rushing to Flutter widgets before understanding Dart basics. If variables, types, and operators are clear, Flutter becomes much easier because you are only learning UI patterns, not programming fundamentals at the same time. Keep a notebook of short code snippets from each lesson. Review those snippets for 5 minutes daily. Small daily review beats long sessions once a week. Thank you for learning with Aventra. Practice user input today and continue to the next lesson.